Hello and welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights pregame show live at Second Best Bar in downtown Detroit. The Detroit Lions are prime time against the Green Bay Packers tonight, and this one is crucial, Spinny. Some are saying it's the most important game of the year since the Cardinals
Some are saying it's the most important game of the year since the Cardinals game, but in all seriousness, this game is by far the most important game of the year.
Yes.
Not only are you trying to keep that #1 seed in the NFC alive, not only are you trying to keep a stranglehold on the NFC North division, if you win this game, you clinch a playoff berth.
Yep.
Crazy things have happened. No one's saying it, knock on wood, but win this game, you're in, flat out.
Well, you mentioned it. You win this game, you keep your stranglehold on the NFC North. It's not just the NFC North, Spinny. It's now
the NFC.
A two-man race for the entirety of the NFC.
Yes, it is.
The Philadelphia Eagles have, I think, the second or fifth easiest schedule. Detroit Lions have the third hardest schedule moving forward. And part of that's the NFC North. We still got, obviously, this game to go, the Vikings to go, and we're all kind of got to cannibalize each other throughout the run. But it's a big game. It's a big game. We're going to get into bets, spreads, predictions, MVPs, quarterbacks, all of that and more.
All of that and more, man. There's so much going on. And this Lions-Packers matchup is, in the past 20 games, it's 10-10.
Yeah.
The past 20 times that the Detroit Lions have played the Green Bay Packers, it is 10 wins apiece.
It feels like the first time in my life you could be able to say that's the trend.
Yeah. It is something we haven't seen. You know, Green Bay taps Chicago's ass every year, twice a year.
Yep.
That's not even a rivalry. This is a legitimate rivalry now. This is the Lions and the Packers. They're fighting for the NFC North in and out every year. We're going to see this for a while. And like I said, 10-10. So the winner of this one has bragging rights.
Yes, and it's an actual rivalry too. When you look at like just heading into this week, like I think I don't know if we said it off air or on air yesterday, but we kind of got them spiraling out. Crashing out a little bit like the Ohio State against Michigan.
Yeah.
Because their guys are talking shit.
They are.
They're talking, and not just talking shit, they're talking up to the Kings of the North and the Detroit Lions, and they're taking shots, trying to get in our heads. And little do they know, this ain't the team you want to give bulletin board material to. You don't want to give none of that stuff to Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's good enough at what he does as it is.
Yeah.
Now you want to talk a little shit on top of that?
And we had Pete Bukowski on yesterday.
Yes.
And he talked about the Packers being all about business this week.
Yeah.
Being super serious this week.
I believe it, though. I believe
thinking
it.
about it. We're in their fucking noggin, dude.
Yeah.
You go out there and you punch them in the mouth early and they might fold.
And they're supreme. Chad Johnson, the owner of Woodward Sports, was on the air with E&E. And he was going out with Keyshawn Nix, you know, their boys and whatnot.
Yep.
He said the Packers are supremely confident going to this one. I don't know if they should be so confident. I think they should be more focused than confident.
Yeah.
I kind of like the fact they're cocky going to this one.
I like the fact they're confident. I like the fact that national media and other people are picking the Packers. I like the fact that we're being slept on again. Because you know what? We're going to go out there and we're going to do what the Detroit Lions do, and we're going to run the football down their fucking throat. We're going to give them something to fudge pack, and we're going to pack the Green Bay Packers in the ass all the way down the field with our run game. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. Expect a heavy dose of Lions rushes. I see you raise the sails in the Woodward Sports Chat asking for some player props. We're gonna get into that.
Yep.
I'll drop some favorites. I'll tell you right now. Sneaky favorite for me is a little teaser. Sneaky favorite for me, plus money on Caesar Sportsbook. Tim Patrick over 2.5 catches is plus 114 right now.
You're so Italian.
I put a nice little check on it.
You're just casting
It's
spells
what I
over
fucking
there.
do, man.
Oh,
Bubba the Boopy.
Hey.
He's sleeping
I'm
on my
telling
guy,
you right
Timmy
now.
Pat. Timmy Pat.
Hey.
The Slim Reaper, the new Slim Reaper. But
we'll definitely get into that. Probably a little bit towards the end of the show. We'll get into whatever you guys want to get into it. Maybe we'll start a like goal for those props. What are we at right now? Can we get 100 likes and maybe get some props on the table for you guys?
We are at 51 likes right
51
now.
likes already. All right, 100's a little underselling it.
150 likes and we'll start doing player props.
Yes. Spinny, you mentioned the national media taking the Green Bay Packers in this one.
Yes.
There's some to it, though, man. The Detroit Lions, by far, defensively specifically, have 13 guys on IR. That's more than any other team in the NFL by 6.
Yeah.
The second team with most guys on IR for defense, 7.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. They have a total of 18 players on IR. Like you said, 13 of them being defensive players. What? Can we not sing the praises of Aaron Glenn loud enough?
Dude.
Just like I sing the praises of these delicious taller long drinks while we're here.
They're
at
the best.
Second Best Bar, the best bar in Detroit. Like this place is already popping. If you like good music,
truly is the best
if you're
bar.
a fan of good music, come to Second Best. Their aux is always on 10. They've got the best food around here. It's literally, they call it Second Best. That's them. That's a humble brag because they're the best bar in Detroit.
Everyone knows Second's the best.
Everyone knows Second's the best.
Second's the best.
Second base is the best. Second best is the best.
Well, the second base is actually the best. That's when you know you're going all the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Typically.
Rounding second. Rarely do you get thrown out at
know
third
it's
when you're
about
rounding
to go
second.
down.
Yeah, rarely do you get thrown out at third. I'll just say that. But you look at this team, man, and the next man up mentality.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It sounds cliche. It sounds like old gridiron, rub some dirt in it football, but this team has truly been next man up all year. Whether it's your MVP Aiden Hutchinson, your other starting defensive end. Oh, let's see, 3 linebackers, 4 defensive tackles. You have cornerbacks in and out different games.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, man. They're stepping up and they're taking care of business, and they've won 10 games in a row. It is insane what Aaron Glenn, Dan Campbell, and Brad Holmes have done with this defensive team. What they've continued to do. It's a work of art. It truly is.
And to be honest with you, too, I think it's their ability to decompartmentalize each position group. I think they have great coaches at each end. To the point where, like now, Deshae Townsend coming in and taking what's been historically a bad secondary and making them quite literally, Spinny, the best secondary in the National Football League. Deshae Townsend, damn good secondary coach.
Yes.
Then moving on to Calvin Shepard, the linebacking core.
Best linebacker coach in the NFL.
Moving on to Terrell Williams.
Best defensive line coach in the NFL.
They simplify it, and I think that's what you need to do as a coach, just in general. And that's why I think they're able to take these guys when they come in last minute and they're able to give you your assignment that week. Listen, this is what you're doing.
Just do that.
Yes. Don't worry about anything else.
We don't need superheroes out there.
They don't.
Yes.
They don't. Because everyone, do your job.
Do your job.
The guy with the most Super Bowl rings as a head coach, that's the saying. Do your job.
Yes.
They come in. They don't overcomplicate things. Aaron Glenn said this week, actually. Because they asked about the injuries, people coming in, learning the scheme. He said, it doesn't matter as much the scheme. I can have 4 or 5 good plays. And if they're able to execute it, it's all about the style.
It's all about the
and
style,
the pursuit.
man.
And the guys they're bringing in. By the way, breaking news, by the way, too. The guys they're bringing in are able to do that.
Yeah.
Quan Alexander signed for the Broncos practice squad. Jamal Adams, former All-Pro. Not Pro Bowl, All-Pro.
Multiple-time All-Pro.
Safety. Moved to linebacker for Detroit Lions. Officially moved up for this game specifically.
Yeah.
Spinny, I am beyond excited about that. I did not expect to see him this week. We traded for Zadarius Smith.
Yeah.
He sat out there 2 weeks. He sat the first week, but in the second week, he barely got any snaps.
Yeah.
Jamal Adams in 1 week impressed him enough for him to call him up for this game. Now that could be due to need.
Could be. It definitely is. But
you got Quan Alexander too, though. So he must be killing it.
I'm thinking of
Ezekiel Turner. We liked as well. Jamal Adams looked great in practice this week. He had to have.
Jamal Adams and Mitchell Agood, a good pass rusher,
a good player,
added to the active inactive list, and then you've got Mo Alexander signed to the active roster. You love to see that. So he's going to be returning the
great return. He looked great last week.
He did look great last week. With Jamal Adams, I was thinking about this. This is off the top right now.
Okay.
We already got Netflix on the team.
Yep.
With Craig Reynolds.
Yep.
Is Jamal Adams Hulu? Is Jamal Adams Max? Are we calling him Max?
Max, yeah.
Detroit Max?
I like Max.
We don't need Mad Max.
I like Max.
Because we got Detroit Max. Jamal Adams off the bench, off his couch, looking to make an impact.
Netflix, off the couch, Max, HBO has been around for a minute, and it's been the prime time. Jamal Adams is as a former All-Pro.
Woke up this morning.
I don't know what song you're going with.
Got myself a gun.
Oh, got myself a gun.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Nick.
Well, you said it off key. Yeah, what up, Nick?
Is
this a bigger game than the Cardinals game?
This is the biggest game of the season, and it is not close. We need to send the Packers back to Green Bay with their confidence down once again. They think that it was a fluke last year that the Lions took over the NFC North. This is no fluke, and they're coming in when you are banged up a little bit on the defense.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. No excuses. This is an all roads lead through Detroit type of game. Shout out Dan Campbell. This is all roads lead through Detroit. Shout out New Holland Brewing Company.
Shout out New Holland Brewing.
It's second best while we're doing it. But this is a game you don't lose. I don't care how battered and bruised you are. You find a way to win this game.
Yeah, of course, this is the Woodward Heavyweight / pregame show. You know we're at Second Best. We got New Holland Brewing Company, Les Stanford. We got Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, all that good stuff. Make sure you tap in. Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza. And of course, you're going to be partying all night tonight, but it's a Thursday. You still got to wake up and go to work the next day, so wake up with a cup of Sabbath coffee. Come on, it's the easy choice. Speaking of easy, what is your path to victory for the Detroit Lions in this game?
The Detroit Lions must run the football and control that clock. I get it. I'm confident in that secondary, but let's be honest about it. That front seven is a little shaky right now. And last time you played Josh Jacobs, he put 90-plus on you. I don't want to test that out. Keep the ball out of their hands. Force it where a guy in Jordan Love gets a little cocky, a little brash with his ability because he can make those deep throws. But he also, when you do make those kind of throws, you give the secondary opportunity to capitalize on that. Put them in panic mode.
Yeah.
Don't let them teeter around the clock. Don't let Josh Jacobs get hot. Don't let them get going. Take the ball, first possession if you win the toss, and run that thing down their throat. Control the time of the clock. Keep those guys on the sideline chilling.
I agree with controlling the game. I agree with running the ball. But I think it's even simpler than that. Whatever the what are you doing, Brady? Jesus Christ! Whatever it is, whether it is the Packers controlling their own destiny, no, the Lions need to win this game the Lions' way the past couple of years, and that is offense. I love that the defense has stepped up this year. I love that Aaron Glenn has stepped up this year. I need a vintage Ben Johnson offense game out of Jared Goff and the boys. I need them to go out there. I need them to put up 30-plus points. I need to see Sonic and Knuckles getting after it. I need to see Amon-Ra St. Brown, a guy that Xavier McKinney apparently isn't worried about. You should worry about him, bud, because he's going to be on your head top all fucking game, buddy.
So watch how you speak on his name, you know?
Watch how you speak on his name, you know? I expect this offense to be full-fledged Ben Johnson offense. I expect this to be a game where Jared Goff vaults back into MVP consideration. Everybody's talking about, Josh Allen, rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Saquon Barkley, rightfully so. Jared Goff, after this game, when he goes out there and he goes 21 of 26 for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns, he's going to put himself right back in contention.
Hey, whoa. Is that the prediction on the night? I mean,
350's aggressive.
And 3 tutties?
I can see 3 tutties.
Listen. Let's be honest about it, Spinny. He got paid a lot this offseason.
He did.
He's up there. He's in the top 10 right now. Quarterbacks paid. Not this year because of the way they structured it. By the way, underneath that 12% Super Bowl loading. Yeah, tonight's a night where if he's asked to show up,
go out there.
He's asked to make a play.
Jared Goff,
you better goddamn do it.
You've been a dog this year. I need it out of you again today, buddy. I need complete perfection. And I know you can't ask for perfection, but he's been perfect this year.
Mr. Perfect. That's literally his nickname.
If you are – relax. The perfect human is already in Detroit, and he's Nick Lidstrom, so I'm not calling Jared Goff.
But his nickname's Mr. It is.
I'm calling him Jared Goff. Jared Goff, you go out there, and I want to see –
perfect.
I want to see 21 to 26. I want to see beauty, poetry in motion, and I expect it. These guys have done it before. I believe they'll do it again. This is a Packers defense that has a couple injuries as well. No Jair Alexander, no Edrin Cooper. Those are probably 2 of their top 4 best defensive players.
Edrin Cooper's a dog. I wish we got him. I was pissed. I was sick to my stomach when they got him in the draft.
I expect Jared Goff to go out there and to have himself a game.
So I know what the narrative is because I don't bow down and, cuddle the balls and swallow the gravy like everybody else does in this town, it seems like. The only reason why I'm not making these bold claims for Jared Goff in this game specifically is nothing to do with Jared Goff, but the man to the left of him protects him. Taylor Decker is gone. He is absent in this matchup. He is a top 15 left tackle in the league. It's Dan Skipper today. Dan Skipper, we met him in person. All right, we come up to about his waist. All right, He is 6'7", 300 pounds, a fucking straight man. What do you want to do with that guy? It's not as great of a pass blocker as Taylor Decker. Is run the damn football.
Yeah. And why are we screaming, Rich Baldwin? Because it's the Packers on Thursday night, and we're at Second Best Bar in Detroit. Yes. That's why we're fucking screaming.
Is it that bad? Should we?
No, we're bringing the hype all night.
Well, no, but he has volume control. Relax.
Who's the read? What's the read, Chris? We're coming back. We're going to talk injuries because we do got to update the injuries. New Holland Brewing Company. You want to see it? You want to see an ad read right here?
You want to see an ad read?
That's delicious. New Holland Brewing Company, taller long drink, Tangerine Space Machine. Make sure you get it. Locally sourced Michigan beverages. Get it on with New Holland and taller long drink.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah.
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What up, though, and welcome back to second best bar in downtown Detroit. You're watching the Woodward Heavyweights pregame show live on woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, my guys from Raxter, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Crash Out.
Pregame show.
Let's go.
Pregame show, that's what I said.
Yeah. Well, you.
Woodward Heavyweights pregame show.
Yeah, we're doing the ad read, but it's all right.
What?
The pregame show ad read.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
it's fine.
Well, we're at Woodward Sports, second best bar.
Yeah, I said that. Second best bar.
It's fine.
Well, no, what's missing?
Well, you got to do an ad read.
Like what? It's second best bar.
All right. Injury report. Let's talk about, we do an ad read every day on the show about it. But let's talk about the injury report for the Lions. You got some big bodies out. Taylor Decker, you already mentioned, left tackle, starting left tackle. He's going to be out. Dan Skipper in the place for him. Josh Pascal, he is insanely good when it comes to stopping the run. He is out in this game. Levi Onwuzurike, also out in this game. What? We kind of expected those. The one I didn't even want to say, the one that really hurts me, the one that bothers me the most, Big DJ Reader in the middle. DJ Reader. He is out.
Yeah.
How do you replace his production?
So that's the easy answer right now is Broderick Martin. You drafted him, you're crafting him, you're molding him to become what DJ Reader is right now. He obviously isn't that, otherwise we'd see him get a lot more snaps. He'd be active for a lot more of these games. However, I just think the sheer size of Broderick Martin is enough to command a double team. And then you have your guy, Aleem McNeil, who's played amongst the top 10 of defensive tackles to carry on from there. The real question, Spinny, the hard question, Spinny, and I feel bad even throwing this to you, is who's replacing Josh Pascal?
Josh Pascal is going to be replaced by a menagerie of bodies on the outside. When you look at Muhammad, AQM, he had a great game. He's going to need to have that same impact that he did last week here against the Packers. When you look at a guy in Pat O'Connor, that's a big body. He is a tweener. He's a little fast to play inside. He's a little big to play outside. We know that our guy Terrell Williams loves players like that. Expect to see a lot of Pat O'Connor in this game. Mitchell Agood also brought to the active-inactive list. Maybe you see him out there. Maybe you see a guy in Ukwu out there. You're gonna have a lot of different bodies you need to throw out there. You're not just gonna replace Josh Pascal and what he does when it comes to stopping the run. I've said it multiple times. Josh Pascal might be the best edge rusher when it comes to setting the edge and containing a running back in the NFL. So taking that away is really big, especially when you got a running back like Josh Jacobs on the other side. You know who you really need to step up is your cornerbacks and your linebackers to tackle on the perimeter. We know Carlton Davis is back in this game.
I believe Terry Arnold's ranked amongst the top 5 and tackling quarterbacks according to PFF.
They're both extremely good tacklers. Yeah. Terrion Arnold, Carlton Davis, expect them to be up in the mix. A lot of man press, obviously, is what Aaron Glenn likes to do. They're going to have to be big when it comes to tackling on the edge.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest with you, Spinny, like I don't want to be dismissive of the Packers like that, but I fully expect them to be that.
Yes.
That's what they've been all year. They rank amongst the top in the quarterbacks. Literally against the pass, too. That's secondary. Again, once more, to Shea Townsend, hats off, brother. You are absolutely killing it.
Yes.
Terrion Arnold was a hell of a draft pick, by the way, too. I think he's not even reached his full potential. But I'm with you on that one. The front seven is key tonight. And the reason why I think they went Agood this time, Isaac Ukwu has got his opportunities.
Yeah.
Agood, to me,
he's a good player.
Yeah, I really do believe. I think he's more of a edge rusher than he is like a Josh Pascal setting the edge. But as you said, Josh Pascal, I'd rank amongst the best to do it. Not to do it, but this season.
This season, it's hard for if you find an edge rusher who's better at setting the edge than Josh Pascal, let me know. Because it's so impressive what he does.
The proof is in the numbers. The 2 games they're going to have him back-to-back.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Vikings, he left early in. Remember, Aaron Jones went off for 90-something yards. And the 2 consecutive games without him, you saw Tony Pollard, who's good.
Yeah.
I don't think he was top 10.
No.
Go for 90-plus. And then once more, Josh Jacobs, who we're seeing again tonight, go for 90 yards again. The proof is in the pudding. By the numbers, if Josh Pascal's not in there to set the edge, running backs have a little bit more success against Detroit Lions than we historically know them to have.
Yeah, and another thing that you have to look out for is these linebackers that the Detroit Lions have.
I can't fucking wait for Jamal Adams.
I can't wait for Jamal Adams because he setting the edge, getting out there, making tackles in the open field on running backs or just hitting someone and then letting the defense collapse on him, that's going to be huge. But when I look at David Long Jr. and Jack Campbell, both of them specialize in stopping the run.
Yeah.
Both of them are athletic, fast to the point of attack, and make things happen. So I need David Long Jr. and Jack Campbell to be both all-pro caliber today.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the numbers heading into this one, you would have looked at David Long Jr., and we did actually, and we questioned what he was as a pass coverage linebacker, and the numbers weren't great. However, in the few reps he's had as Detroit Lions, Spinny, especially coming into the system last minute, I've been thoroughly impressed.
Yes, David Long Jr., this is a guy who had 113 tackles in the NFL last season. He was voted a captain in Tennessee this year coming out of camp. Was it Miami?
Yeah.
I thought it was Tennessee.
He was in Tennessee and he signed Miami.
This year?
Yeah.
No, he played in Miami last year and then signed in Tennessee this year. He had 113 tackles for Miami last year, and then he signed in Tennessee, was voted a captain coming out of camp this year, and then got cut because he had a stretch of bad games. But that is a guy you're not likely to find sitting on a scrap heap. And the Lions did, and they needed him. So he's going to need to step up, and I truly, truly expect him to live up to the task. And again, no disrespect to Alex Anzalone. Thor has been amazing. No disrespect to Malcolm Rodriguez, friend of the show, friend of the network. He's played extremely well. The way Jack Campbell is playing this year, whoever you put next to him is going to go insane. Jack Campbell has been a top 5 linebacker in the NFL this year, and whoever you put next to him is going to have success. You hear the Jared Goff chants going on. We're down here at second best bar in Detroit. This is live, baby. Fuck the Packers. Lions by a million.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's the energy I need. When it comes to linebacker position, man, I think a lot of it has to do less with the middle linebacker and more to do with that defensive line. That's where you're seeing a lot of these injuries, but you still have a guy you just paid top 10 money to Lee McNeil who's going to command and cause havoc. And you still have a guy in Jack Campbell who is playing phenomenally, by the way. A lot of you guys in the chat right now questioning this season. Way too early.
Yeah.
And we say it all the time. Brad Holmes investments, you got to get some time on. Nick, shout out to Nick.
Second best bar in Detroit. You talk about Jack Campbell, and you talked about his leap he's made in his second season. He's been a very good player for this Lions team. Tonight, he's going to have to be a great player, an elite linebacker. With all of the injured players on this defensive line, he's really going to have to come out and be an absolute superstar. A guy that you draft top 20 for a reason. When you're injured, he can step up, stand out. Josh Jacobs and him are going to have a lot of encounters. Jack Campbell has to win every single one of them.
You look at this depleted defense for the Lions. Who you have left, your studs need to be studs in this game. Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Aleem McNeil, Jack Campbell, they need to be studs in this game. And I fully expect them to because they've shown it to us all year.
The only thing that makes me question and or nervous about going against Josh Jacobs tonight is the fact that he did it already this year, Week 9. But if you want to look at the grand scheme of things, Spinny, the Detroit Lions' run defense still ranked top 5 last year. It was a menagerie of partners next to Lee McNeil.
Yes.
It wasn't DJ Reader last year either.
It was Isaiah Bugs.
And Tyson Lau.
Yeah.
It was a makeshift every single time. And guess what, Spinny? You still cashed in a top 5 run defense in the entirety of the league. So that's where I'm at with it, is I have a little bit of confidence there, knowing that last year we didn't know what was going to happen at defensive tackle alongside Lee McNeil, and we still played the run defense well. The only reason why I'm going into question about it is what we saw from Week 9.
Yeah. No, I'm saying this because I fucking hate the Packers. The Packers are my most hated football team ever. I hate the Packers. So I'm going to say Lions by 1,000,000 no matter what.
Yeah.
But the Packers are a good team. Josh Jacobs is a very good running back.
Yes, he is.
So there should be no cause of concern. It's T-minus whatever the fuck from kickoff. We're in Detroit at second best, drinking taller long drinks. I got Sabbath coffee, juiced me up. Shout out Les Stanford. I drove my Les Stanford car down here. I'm going to Uber home. We're ready to go.
Uber everywhere.
Fuck the Packers.
Fuck the Packers. That's what it is, man. All right, we talked about the injuries on the defensive front. Taylor Decker missing this one. Dan Skipper and Nick, how you feeling?
Honestly, this goes down to one thing. The last the last 2 times the Detroit Lions have lost a game, 55 passes from Jared Goff against the Bucs.
Yes.
41 passes against the San Francisco 49ers. You got to keep this total number of passes for Goff under 30 in this game, and you're going to win. Stick to the script. It's Sonic, it's Knuckles, it's hit you in the face football. You can't stop it. Control the clock, especially with our defense being battered, and you're going to win this game against the Packers and send them home packing.
I agree.
Hey, man, I agree. We got to that a little bit in the first segment there. It's not listen, I love Jared Goff. He has brought this team things I've never seen. He's literally brought my dreams to life. He's been a part of that with the Detroit Lions team. This ain't a Jared Goff game, brother. This is a Sonic and Knuckles game. Pound that rock.
Pound the rock, man. Like I said, 21 of 26 would be perfect for me. 21 of 26. I bet Jared Goff's done that 3 times already this year.
Yeah, bitch.
Keep that house like tell me is you witty, ya bitch. Home invasion was persuasive, From 9 to 5 I know it's vacant, ya bitch, ya bitch. Dreaming, living life like rappers do. Bump that new E40 at the school, at the school, at the school.
Big ballin' with my homies. Or Stevens had us thinking rational.
Rational. Back to reality, we pour ya, bitch.
Another casualty at first down.
2 bullets in Jordan Love's head. No, we're going to go to break. We're going to come back. We got Kendrick flowing. We're at second best. Vibes are high. Come out and join us. We're drinking taller long drinks. Second best. What else is there to say? Second best in name, first best in our hearts. Second best bar in Detroit. Come down here, have the best chicken sandwich in the city.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports.
This
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger over a T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a deal, relax with some hydro massage feels. Instead of in-laws in your face.
Did you hear the owl?
Get some space at any of our 2,600 locations with the PF Black Card. Just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Trees are the perfect place for shade, and Woodward Sports is the perfect place for your pregame coverage for the Detroit Lions. We're here at Second Best. It's sponsored by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, and Les Stanford Automotive. Downtown Detroit is popping. Come to Second Best in name, best in our hearts.
Shout out to Unky Neil Rule. The wings were my go-to. I'll put you that way. The wings here are great. The music here is great. The vibe here is great. My favorite thing about a bar, we talked about this when we were live last time, I want it to feel like I'm hanging out. I don't like the club scene. I like where I'm just chilling, especially when the game's on. The entire bar is in the same vibe. It's like when you're at the game, they score, and everybody's high-fiving each other. It's just, that's this place right
Pots
here.
with cocaine residue.
Every day I'm hustling. What else is a thug to do when you eat cheese from the government? Gotta put out for my daughter and then get the fuck up out my way, bitch. Got the drum and I got them bass just like a parade, bitch. Drop that work up in them bushes. Hope them boys don't see my stash. If they do, tell the truth. This the last time you might see my ass. From the garden. I'm sorry. We gotta stop. I need to know.
These wings are really good.
We got a super chat. Nick, read off to us, man. What is it?
We got a super chat from Timothy. Last leg of my parlay.
Mute him.
Last leg of my parlay needs Monty first TD. Cash out for 360 or let it ride for 2,200. Monty first touchdown in this one.
What did you bet? That's the question.
He did not say, but I'm assuming not a lot.
All right, well,
listen,
I'm hoping
Amon-Ra St. Brown broke an all-time franchise record for consecutive games with a touchdown. That's risky business.
Risky business.
That's all I'm saying.
It's risky business. Are we going to do some props now? Is that the cue to do some props? We're at 228 likes.
228 likes.
Let's do some props,
baby.
All right, first prop. I already gave you.
Let's Jay-Z Kanye.
Over 2.5 catches by Tim Patrick is plus money in Caesar Sportsbook. I gave that to you. I'm going to do a game prop. Easy one. Defense, injuries left and right, both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Take the over in this one. Over 50.5. Lock it in. It's going to be a 30-20 game. Lions win. Take the over.
Okay. I got a prop for you right now, too.
Shout out to Kenny Powers. Big fan of your work. 10 gifted subs in the chat.
Wow. Shout out to Kenny Powers. This guy came to this game talking shit.
Yes, he did.
This guy is worthy of talking his shit. He's been pretty damn good this season. This guy's name is Tucker Kraft. We are missing our front seven. We have makeshift linebackers out there today. His over-under is 35.5. For me, that's an easy over. They play him along screen games. They play him in the red zone. They play him anywhere along the field. In a game where we're missing our front seven, a 35.5 for Tucker Kraft is an easy over. Nick?
Yeah, I actually really like that Tucker Kraft over.
Boo! Fuck the Packers!
Especially
Mute
since
him.
we heard all of that
Don't tell him to
yesterday.
fucking mute me.
Mute him,
Fuck
whore.
you. Fuck the Packers.
Fuck you.
From Pete Bukowski.
Betting on the Packers.
Fuck you. I'll fucking yell during your segment too, bitch.
Fucking bum.
I
Bum,
like the Tucker
mute him.
Kraft one because somebody has to get yards, especially with Jordan Love throwing. But Spenny, I want to keep up with this Tim Patrick one. His over-under is 25.5.
Yes.
I think they're going to be paying a lot of attention to Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, and Tim Patrick finds himself with 26 yards receiving in this game. That is my favorite bet. Is it going to be my super mega max?
Super mega max.
Super mega max.
Yeah, we'll see, but we got a lot of days. But
Nick,
26 yards, you guys agree?
I like it.
I like it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you took this bet earlier in the week. It was at 21.5, wasn't it?
The Tim Patrick stock is rising, fellas. It is rising.
Tim Patrick stock is rising. You know whose lock has been high? We got a four-leg parlay here. Let's put the parlay here. It's from our guy Tim. Shout out
Tim.
Caesar Sportsbook. You got Detroit Lions money line. You got the over 52.5. You got Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown anytime touchdown. I like it. I like it, Tim.
I like it.
That's a good bet right there. That's beautiful.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
I got one for you.
I tried so hard.
Looking at Tim's bet, I love it, and I'm going to feed into it. Jahmyr Gibbs. I saw someone in the chat say J-Rock equals Jahmyr Gibbs. Rock. J-Rock. Back like a 4.5.
Shoot the set like Spielberg.
Give this man the J-Rock. Jahmyr Gibbs over, 64.5?
That's
over
it?
64.5 rushing yards for Jahmyr Gibbs. Lock it in. I put 2 units on that bet.
Whoa. Is it only 64.5?
I locked it in at 64.5.
Disrespect.
I think it's 65.5 right now if you try.
Disrespect.
Yes.
You better lock that in, Nick.
Current line is 65.5.
What?
Shout out Caesar Sportsbook.
You know what it is?
Jahmyr Gibbs.
They think he's going to see a lot less touches because of the incident this week. Little did they know they're going to give that kid every chance to prove himself.
Yeah, you talk about elite players showing up in the biggest games of the season. We talk about J-Mo being an X factor, but so is Jahmyr Gibbs. This is a guy you take 12 overall for a reason for these big games. Yeah, his touches have been limited when it comes to rushing the rock, but these are the games where he gets let loose. And we know his yards per carry is an extremely high number. If he gets 15 carries in this game, he is smashing this over, not by 20 yards, by like 40 yards.
Yeah, the Packers, for some reason, have been crowned this team with a little bit of resurgence. But you look at the teams they faced, none of them have been by blowout outside the Miami game. Miami, Florida, playing in 20-degree weather in Green Bay. No, they were never going to play well in that game. And then you look at Christian McCaffrey banged up. The 49ers not doing their thing at all this season regardless. That run defense is getting crowned way too early. I got to assume that's because of the locker board he gave up.
And
the whiteboard.
Big John in the Woodward Sports chat says, if Spenny likes it, steer clear. Bull's been colder than my balls while ice fishing. John, I don't know if you're new here. You must not heard. I've been hot as fish grease, my brother. Spenny's hits have been hitting, brother. And I got one for you. Here you go, John. Here you go, Xavier McKinney. You said you weren't worried. Well, you better get worried. Amon-Ra St. Brown, anytime touchdown. Lock that bitch in. 14 in the end zone, and you know he's got the dance queued up.
Oh,
you know he's got the celebration queued up. Amon-Ra St. Brown's getting in the end zone.
I cannot wait to see what it is. I mean, this guy is he's a man. Amon-Ra is the man. The NFL TikTok was putting out highlights of Amon-Ra St. Brown because he brings it every single week, and then he brings you a little showboat too. I love it. How about a 69.5, Nick? You taking that?
Yeah, I do think this is a big St. Brown day. Like I said, I think it's a big Jared Goff day. I do like 69.5 for St. Brown, especially after Xavier McKinney starting the shit talk with him. This is a guy that doesn't need an extra chip on his shoulder, and you just gave it to him. Amon-Ra shows up in big games, and we talked about that celebration. We talked about it earlier in the week, and I believe it was you, Eazy, who mentioned the Kittle fuck Cowboys shirt.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fuck Green Bay.
Oh, my God, dude.
How about it, boys?
So happy.
Bro, that'll be a back. Listen, the background on my phone currently, Spinny can confirm, Amon-Ra St. Brown and the Green Bay Packers. Fucking sitting upside down.
Naked dudes.
Next one, it's going to be naked dudes.
Listen. Penei Sewell is my favorite player in the NFL. Penei Sewell is the embodiment of Detroit.
Penei Sewell, touchdown pass, lock it.
He is the face that this rebuild was founded on.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown he's like right there. with Penei Sewell because of how much he fucking hates the Packers, dude.
Yeah,
this man hates. This is a California guy. No ties to this rivalry.
No.
He comes in, he says, fuck Green Bay at any opportunity.
Because
dude.
they're
I
so fucking arrogant. From the players to the fan base.
What's up, Anakin?
They just assume the division's theirs. And I get I don't think it was that way. The Vikings won it before we took the crown. I don't understand that the arrogance about like the Packers fans. I really don't.
Shout out to Big John. I know you've been hit, Big John. You're my guy.
All right, question for you guys. This goes in with the chat. This says from Ace, Green Bay week up front. This goes right into not Sonic, but Knuckles, David Montgomery. We're all calling for a big game from Gibbs, but Montgomery over under rushing 57.5. How are you guys feeling about D-Mont's 57.5?
Yes.
I know last week was a revenge game for him, playing against the franchise that drafted him and let him walk in free agency. But he had that 56.5, if I'm not mistaken, in the first quarter of that game. If not the first quarter, I know for damn sure he had it in the first half. I got him personally for 40. I'm playing it safe. But I would have no problem if you want to take it out the parlay, play it separate as its own bet, and put a half a unit on that.
I love it. I love it. And I love this team. I love this man.
Thank you.
Whether he's toting that stick downtown, whether he's throwing the ball into other players' faces. Waymo yards. Give me the Jamison Williams over. I got it at 47.5. That's one fucking catch for this guy.
Now?
That is one catch for this young man. You get the ball in his hands on one of those deep posts, one of those 10-yard in cuts, and he makes somebody miss in a depleted Packers secondary, and he takes it to the house. If you're not worried about Amon-Ra St. Brown, you better be worried about Jamison motherfucking Williams.
I'll tell you what, he wasn't there for the first matchup, week 9.
He was not.
Updated odds on Jamison Williams. You got at 47.5.
I got at 47.5.
Currently sits 50.5.
Wow.
The whole world and their mother is betting the over at Jamison Williams, as you should too. But speaking of these wide receivers, thank you very much, sir. Second best bar, best service in town, 42 Watson Street. Come check it out.
Randy Watson.
Speaking of receiving yards, and we talked about Tucker Kraft already, fellas. Sam Laporta. You know it's been a slow start to the season for the former All-Pro. 38.5 receiving yards. Where are you guys at with Sam Laporta?
I'm going under on Sam Laporta. I wouldn't bet it. I wouldn't bet the line, first of all. His role in this offense has been wishy-washy this year.
Jamison Williams has arrived, and he's electric.
I said before the season, Sam Laporta was going to take a step back this year, and I was called a madman. I was called a madman. Now, it's because of you have two guys who excel in the interior, in the middle routes. Who are you going to throw the ball to more, Amon-Ra or Sam Laporta?
He's also been banged up with some injuries, too.
He has been banged up.
If you're going to bet Sam Laporta today, bet an anytime touchdown. Last week, 2 touchdowns, 6 yards to show
6 yards.
Like Sam Laporta.
I don't like touching Sam Laporta's yardage. If I'm going to bet something on Sam Laporta, it would be a touchdown. I don't like the yards.
Yeah. Although I will say, if you want to flirt with a 25, they are missing Edgerrin Cooper, who has been like their go-to coverage linebacker.
And shout out to, Earl Cash in the Woodward Sports Chat. He said, Spenny drunk, not yet. We're just feeling good, and we're ready to eat some cheese.
Drunk as fuck.
Fuck the Packers. We're going to go to break. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk more Lions. Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Listen, Thursday Night Football in Detroit. You're going to be geeked up. You're going to be getting wild, but you still got to wake up for work tomorrow. So make it easier with Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Delicious specialty roasted coffee delivered right to your door. Subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first order. Wake up, enjoy game day right, and start the morning off with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Main, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger over a T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a deal, relax with some hydro massage feels. Instead of in-laws in your face.
Did you hear the owl?
Get some space at any of our 2,600 locations with the PF Black Card. Just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Don't be like Chuck, because we're turning up for the Lions Thursday night matchup against the Packers. It's the pregame show live from Second Best Bar, presented by Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Les Stanford Chevrolet, and of course, New Holland Brewing Company. So sorry, Chuck, you got to turn up. It's Thursday Night Football in the D here at Second Best. This is Woodward Sports. We're doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state.
Listen, if you guys see Chuck, treat him like the CEO of a healthcare provider.
What?
I'm joking. All right.
Allegedly.
I want to ask you, because Detroit Lions are fighting for the #1 seed. The Packers, cute, playing a little lesser game. They're fighting for the division.
Yeah.
A chance.
A chance.
The division.
Just a hope.
A hope. Who's this game more important to, the Detroit Lions or the Green Bay Packers?
This game is more important to the Detroit Lions. Because after this game, the Packers would still need a lot of different things to happen for them to get that NFC North title.
At least 2 more losses from 2 different teams.
At least 2 more losses from 2 different teams. The Lions can't afford to drop another game for the rest of the fucking year. When you look at the Philadelphia Eagles schedule, their hardest matchup is an AFC team with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's not towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
You might see some guys sat.
You might see some guys set. They're playing Carolina, they're playing Dallas, Washington, New York. There's not a lot of penciled in. Yeah, there's not a lot of penciled in losses there, except for the Steelers. The Lions can't afford to drop an NFC game if they want that #1 seed. We need all roads coming through Second Best. We need all roads coming through Detroit to the Super Bowl.
Listen, there's been plenty of shit talk this week from the Green Bay Packers fans. Not the fans, yes, but the players. One thing that every player made sure to mention is Detroit doesn't have a place to come to and play on the road because of you motherfuckers in the stands. You crazy shitheads screaming Jared Goff at any given moment. The road to the Super Bowl goes to Detroit. I love Jared Goff. I love this team. I don't want to go play in the snow. I don't want keep my California king in Ford Field and let him get loose there.
And speaking of that, Eazy, you saw what happened last year in the NFC Championship game. You do have ups and downs, but those downs are a lot easier to bounce back from at home.
Yes.
And that's why the #1 seed is so important. We do talk about the Eagles a lot on this network. It's because they are a very good football team.
Yes.
You don't want to go to see the crazy fans of Philadelphia in the NFC title game. You want them to come here where Jared Goff can absolutely cook, and I believe that's what he would do if he plays in an NFC Championship game at Ford Field.
And one more thing to it. One thing the thing that makes this offense great and unstoppable is the amount of weapons they have and the amount of ways they can attack you. Keep it indoors, keep it clean, so JG can attack you any type of way he wants to.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody in the chat. When you look, you got No One in there, you got Phil in there, Raise the Stales, Dr. Detroit, everybody shouting out Woodward Sports. Shout out to all of you guys for joining us here on Woodward Sports. We're at Second Best downtown, so if you're going to the game, if you're downtown for some festivities, come here. I'm telling you, this is a great spot, man. It's like, even if we weren't paid to be here, I would be here enjoying the game. They got the best chicken sandwich in the city. The wings are crack. The cheese curds, fuck cheese heads. It's all about the cheese curds here at Second Best. But speaking of cheese heads,
yes,
who is the most important outside of Josh Jacobs? Outside of Josh Jacobs, who is the most important player on the Packers the Lions need to eliminate from this game?
Outside of Josh Jacobs?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
Hypnotic, exotic, that polo on my body, on the bed,
hey.
on the salad.
Jordan Love. Jordan Love is the most important Packer you need to stop because he's not just one of these quarterbacks. Matthew Stafford falls in love with one receiver. If you stop that one receiver, you have a good chance of stopping Matthew Stafford. The dangerous part about Jordan Love, the hat I tipped to Jordan Love, is the fact that he uses everybody.
Everybody.
He uses obviously. There's no true number one wide receiver on that Green Bay Packers team because he's able to utilize every single one of those guys, including Tucker Kraft. So for me, Zadarius Smith, former Green Bay Packer, tossed aside, cast aside, disrespected, currently top 10 in the league when it comes to total sacks with 7 other things. It's time for you to collect your revenge game, brother. They kicked you out and put you in the AFC. You're back at home. You're back in the NFC North. Get your revenge tonight. Zadarius Smith, take Jordan Love and sat him on his ass down somewhere. Ali McNeil, you're invited to that party too.
I'm looking at someone on the other side of the ball. I think the most important player for the Lions to take out of the game for the Packers is Rashawn Gary.
Preach.
We know with no with no Taylor Decker and Dan Skipper in there, you're going to have quick passes. Jared Goff's going to be rolling to his right on a lot of his throws behind Penei Sewell, behind Kevin Zeitler. Rashawn Gary cannot be this guy that blows up the game. We saw him do it in Thanksgiving last year. We need Laporta, Brock Wright, Jahmyr Gibbs, whoever it is, chip that man. Chip that man. Put a shoulder into him because he's going to be lining up against Dan Skipper, I would think, of a majority of the game.
Yeah, when you ask the question, I automatically go to the offense. You're absolutely right. Rashawn Gary, the very first match that they had against Detroit Lions Week 9, lined up opposite of Penei Sewell 76% of the time.
Yeah.
That's going to be the same. You goddamn better know well. It's going to be the same thing as today. So, yes, Brock Wright, Sam Laporta, whoever it may be, you got to chip that man and take care of him.
Have to be able to chip Rashawn Gary. That was 1A and 1B. And 1B for me is on the defensive side of the ball for the Packers. It's the guy in the back, Xavier McKinney. You cannot turn the ball over at home against this Packer team.
Thanks.
I can promise you Jordan Love will turn the ball over tonight. As long as Jared Goff doesn't, the Lions are going to win this game. But you have to watch out for the tied lead leader in interceptions in Xavier McKinney.
Yeah.
Cannot throw him the rock tonight.
That's a great point. You sound a little nervous, Xavier McKinney. What happened to the confidence of Goff?
I was going to go with Gary, but Spenny took that one. I'm going with their other great player on defense.
Okay. That's fair.
Here, let's get Chris's over there.
We're changing second hour.
Okay, change second hour? All right, beautiful.
All right. We talked about the guys got to watch out for the Green Bay Packers. Josh Jacobs obviously won. Jordan Love obviously won. If you go to those weapons, Spenny, which one is it?
I got to go with him. I got to go with my guy, Spartan Dog, one of my favorite players of all time. Jaden Reed, man, that guy is dangerous. He is electric in the open field. I think we have the ability to shut him down with how good our secondary is at tackling, how good our defense is at pursuit of the ball carrier. I don't think Jaden Reed will be too much we have to worry about. They like to get him on the outside, in open space, in a little flash screen, and different things, get him the ball in his hands. They go deep to him too, but it's a lot. He gets the majority of his money like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams combined. Like, he gets those shortcuts, he gets reverses, and a lot of different things like that. I love Jaden Reed. Like I said, he might be my favorite Michigan State Spartan ever. But
You're a Packers fan then.
No. Fuck Jaden Reed right now. Jaden Reed, love you as a Michigan State Spartan. Fuck you tonight, buddy. I hope you get 0 catches for -3 yards. You need to lock that guy down. He is a explosive player.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I will be passing this off to Chris in the second hour so we can get his thoughts, but I had 4 questions for the fellas. A little bit of a Packer Lions heavyweight huddle here for the fellas. Jordan Love is 1-3 as a starter against the Detroit Lions. Why should we be so scared of this guy?
I'll tell you what, one of those games is Jordan Love started with the second unit. No. Aaron Rodgers started that game.
Mm-hmm. He was in that game. No, Love is 1-3 as a starter.
Detroit Lions shouldn't be scared. I don't think Detroit Lions, there's nothing to be scared. Listen, he's a good player, they're a good team, but we're just as good. We still have, I know we're missing the guys in the front 7, but the secondary has proven to be the best in the league. Every little bit of that is there.
That's what
you have. Brian Branch leading the safeties and pass deflection with 13. You know who's second place, Smitty?
Who?
Kirby Joseph.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good.
With 10 of those things.
Yeah.
Those are pass deflections. We can also jump into interceptions with both top 5 as well. They're both top 5 graded safeties. If Jordan Love wants to play the Jordan Love game, he has the arm talent to go deep. This ain't the safety group you want to get cute with. This ain't the safety group you want to do that with. No.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You shouldn't be scared of Jordan Love. Fuck Jordan Love.
No.
He's half cousin anyways. That motherfucker tries to go down the field. Kirby Joseph. Give me those. He tries to throw a screen to his running back. Kirby Joseph.
That's
give me those. Pick 6. Easy touchdown. Kirby Joseph had a pick 6 on Jordan Love earlier this year. Kirby Joseph is going to pick off Jordan Love again this year. You shouldn't be scared of Jordan Love. Fuck him.
Fuck the Packers.
Fuck the Packers.
Yeah, you absolutely shouldn't be. But fellas, the Bears, the broken 49ers, and the Dolphins in the cold are the last 3 Packers wins. Is this team overhyped coming into Ford Field tonight?
No, they're not. They're still a very good team. The only reason why you say that the hold the brakes on Jordan Love is last year he had some of those games. The Chiefs, amazing throws, 3+ touchdowns. He hasn't had that game this year. He hasn't gotten that groove this year. He's been dealing with the groin. He's been dealing with the knee. They're not overhyped. They're still a very good team, but we're just as good if not better, even with the injuries.
We are better. We are better. The Packers are not overhyped. They're the 3rd best team in the NFC. Yeah. The Packers are a very good football team. They got a great head coach. They've got a good offensive line. They've got great skill position players.
They came here last year on Thanksgiving and punched you in the mouth.
They punched you in the mouth, but guess what? They might be the 3rd best team in the NFC, and we're at 2nd best bar, but the Detroit Lions are the best team in the NFC. And you don't punch down. Dan Campbell doesn't let these guys punch down. We're going to go out there and we're going to say, hey, Packers, there's the best team in the NFC on your head top.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not overrated. They are a good football team.
He's not cheesing, fam.
Not cheesing, fam.
Not cheesing at all. Here we go, boys. J-Mo has had 5 receptions in each of the last 2 games. What do you like what you've seen out of Jameson Williams in this offense, and what do you need to see more of?
Listen, last year, Jameson Williams really only ran those deep routes. They really only gave him like 4, 5, 6 routes to run. This year, he's running the entire route tree. You see him do comebacks. You see him do curls. You see him do drags. He's running every single route of the route tree, and that was the case last year. Jared Goff, in a 3rd down situation, I remember it was last week or the week before, didn't go to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who you're traditionally used to seeing. It was Jameson Williams he gave that opportunity to. And guess who came up with the 1st down? Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
Jameson Williams ran the entire route tree. I believe that percentage-wise, 26% more in the intermediate route tree than he was last year.
Yeah, I love what I'm seeing out of Jameson Williams in this offense because he's not the one-trick pony. He's not the guy that's only hitting deep routes and they're only throwing to him deep. They're getting him the ball in space because he is one of the most explosive players in the NFL. I talk about it, I've said it thousands of times. Jameson Williams has that oh shit speed. To where if he's got the ball or he's running at you, it's oh shit, you gotta make a decision or he's fucking past you. Jameson Williams is so impressive, so electric. We saw the athleticism out of him in the last game where he vertical jumped a 6'2" man who was standing on his tippy toes. It was insane what I saw out of this guy. Jameson Williams is an explosive player. Ben Johnson knows it. Dan Campbell knows it. Everybody knows it. But Jameson Williams needs to get the ball in his hands as much as possible in this offense. It doesn't just have to be go routes down the sidelines. It could be a 7-yard in. It could be a 5-yard out. You get him the ball, he makes the guy miss, and then he can take that 5-yard out 75 yards to the house. Jameson Williams is explosive as it comes in the NFL. Pause.
And speaking of that, Spenny, I think this is where you see J-Mo used at his best. And it's getting him the ball on the outside. And I believe, you guys remember the NFC Championship game, J-Mo, explosive end around. Jameson Williams got in the end zone. He got a little bit of space, broke a tackle. He was gone. He's had 8 rushing attempts this season.
Yeah.
I think Ben Johnson has been waiting for these big games, these big in-division games, these number 1 seed defining games to get Jameson Williams the ball more when it comes to rushing the rock.
I agree.
Last
That's
one for you fellas. Who steps up on this broken Detroit defense? You can name every starter out. There's a lot of them. But who is going to be your guys' defensive game changer in this one for the Detroit Lions?
Ali McNeil, I need you to live in the backfield of the Green Bay Packers. I need you to get Jordan Love's face, force him out, force him to make those stupid throws. He doesn't look for the checkdowns. He really doesn't. He's always looking for that home run ball. Force him into that situation where he forces that throw a little bit earlier, and then Kirby Joseph takes advantage of it. Ali McNeil.
You said the name without saying the name. I was called a madman saying Kirby Joseph would lead the NFL in interceptions this year. I was called a madman. It would be 10+. Kirby Joseph already has a pick 6 on Jordan Love this season. Kirby Joseph is going to take another ball away from the Green Bay Packers. Because if Kirby Joseph does one thing, it's make the Green Bay Packers quarterback his son, his little bambino, nestling from the teat. Kirby Joseph, big game. Give me an interception from Kirby Joseph. Game changer, game breaker, game-changing play. Kirby Joseph gets an interception. He's going to be my star.
My star of the game, fellas, it's none other than his running mate back there, Spenmo. It is B2 Bomber Brian Branch, gonna be an All-Pro. I expect Brian Branch to play this game like he's never played before. I expect tackle
Revenge
for loss.
game.
It's a revenge game. He shouldn't have gotten kicked out on the hay in Lambeau. That was soft as hell. But I expect tackle for losses. I expect interceptions, passes defended. He is gonna be in Jordan Love's head all game long. Brian Branch, massive day, big reason why the Detroit Lions pull off the biggest game of the year.
And real quick shout out, great point. 313 Thug Boss in the Woodward Sports chat. He said Carlton Davis to show out. Carlton Davis didn't play last week. You know he's itching to make a play. He is a big-time player who makes big-time plays in big-time games. This is a guy who was a quarterback 1 on a Super Bowl team. Carlton Davis showing out. I love that. I love that take. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back. We're here at second best. It's popping. Come join. Detroit is showing out. Detroit is getting loud. Fuck the Packers. Les Stanford Chevrolet. I drove down here in my Blazer from Les Stanford Chevrolet. I'm riding back in an Uber. But if you need a great car, just go to Les Stanford. Huge selection. They got EVs, anything you need. Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Les Stanford has it all. 2 great locations in Ferndale. Make sure you check out Les Stanford. LesStanford.com.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Main, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
It's the Woodward Sports pregame show live at Second Best Detroit. It's popping. Lions fans everywhere. Presented by Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, which we just did a shot of. New Holland Brewing Company. And, of course, Second Best. We're down here. It's Second Best in name, first best in our hearts. Shout out Nitty Gritty. Came in through, gave us some shots.
Shout out.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all of you guys. Over 1,000 people in the chat because it's fuck the Green Bay Packers. Dude, oh my God. I'm telling you, I hate the Packers more than I hate getting coal in my stocking. And like, these guys are such little bitches. Every single one of them. Even players that I want to like. Even Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed, I hope you get cleaned tonight by Jack Campbell trying to come across that middle. We're back. We're here at Second Best. Chris finally has the mic. He's eating the chicken sandwich. You know he's got one of those. The best chicken sandwich in Detroit. Eazy, Nick, everybody's here. Brady, Chris, Tim's in the building. We're all having a great time. Chris, swallow. Come on.
It's time.
You just got the mic. It's time to talk.
It's time for the over-under, Smitty.
Okay.
We went our personal favorites. It's time to go down the line. See the sports book. You ready?
Let's hear it.
Amon-Ra St. Brown 69.5.
Over. Barely over.
Jameson Williams 50.5. This one's changed throughout the night. Jaden Reed 62.5.
Under.
Yeah?
Under.
Why come?
Because they're going to try to get him going, like I said, on the outside in swing passes and little bubble screens, and we have a very good tackling secondary and linebackers. He's not going to be able to sneak three. We're going to see Carlton Davis, Terrion Arnold, Brian Branch, Jack Campbell. They're going to step up and they're going to tackle him before he can get going. I'm going under on Jaden Reed.
Josh Jacobs 16.5 receiving.
Receiving? 16.5? I'll go over on that.
I'm with you on that one. You're missing your front seven. Linebackers will be matched up with him. And he's still a good back at the end of the day. Screen passes, whatever it is, he'll be able to make a play.
You're going to see a couple times where the pass rush gets home, whether it's Darius Smith, Muhammad, Agood, any of those guys, Lee McNeil. Jordan Love is very good at extending the play, getting out there. Josh Jacobs is his safety valve, his dump down. He's going to catch a couple of those. He can break one or two for 7, 8 yards.
What about another safety valve of his, 35.5 for Tucker Kraft?
Under. Fuck Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft was talking shit. You got corn-fed psycho.
It's over, bro.
Corn-fed psycho on corn-fed psycho.
He's going to be matched up on him. It's going to be outside linebackers.
Just wait. Just wait on it.
Which may beat Jamal Adams.
Just wait on it.
I mean, Jamal. All right, let's break from the props real quick. Jamal Adams activated for this game, Smitty. I have no clue. I mean, I have an idea.
He was added to the active-inactive list, is what it says.
I thought he was elevated for tonight.
It said active/inactive list. I don't know what that means. Does that mean does that mean he can play tonight? Is Jamal Adams and Agood? Because it said Maurice Alexander was signed to the active roster. Jamal Adams and Agood were signed to the active/inactive list. So I think they can play tonight.
No, they're playing.
Yeah, I think they can play tonight, but they're not on the official active roster.
So so does Jamal Adams get snaps tonight?
Yes.
How much? a specialty guy.
Give me a Jamal Adams special team play.
Yeah.
Give me a Jamal Adams special team play. He's going to make a big play, whether it's a tackle on a punt return or a tackle on a kickoff. Like he's gonna hit stick somebody.
Smitty, and I know we talked about it to begin the show, so I don't know how many other people missed it right away. Just know we're at 1,000 strong right now. Smash the like button. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out, appreciate
I don't think you guys understand how impressive it is that he made this active list for this game, because we literally sought out and gave up assets for a guy named Zadarius Smith.
Yeah.
And kept them out and limited his snaps. But they limited his snaps the second game too.
Yeah.
So for Jamal to be here, just briefly, Aaron Glenn worked his pro day, by the way, so they have a relationship. Him to be active on this list, but they do have that specialty play cooking. It may just be a blitz. He's also a safety playing linebacker. I'm going to assume the coverage there is a little bit better than whoever else is next in line.
Nick, find me a prop of Jamal Adams getting a sack. Let me see what the Jamal Adams sack prop is looking like.
What that lick read.
Listen, I don't think he's going to get a lot of snaps, but when he comes into this game, like you said, you have one job.
It's to make a play.
Do your one job. His job is to make a play.
Yeah.
And so he is going to be a fucking screaming missile out of hell at Jordan Love.
And we had a Jets fan in the studio. Shout out to the guy, honestly.
Shit through the Packers sunroof, said Brad Holmes-Ora.
What did he say?
Brad Holmes-Ora said shit through the Packers sunroof. I love the energy.
I love that. But we had a Jets fan in the building today, or yesterday, hating on Jamal Adams, say he's not going to do much. Smitty, I disagree.
I do too.
I really do. He moved to Seattle. They signed him, traded for him. They took him out of the box. They made him a safety. He's always been that specialty player. He's always been asked to go drive with a blitz. That's what Jamal Adams does. And I pray he does it tonight. Only because I'm impatient. I know he can do it.
Hey, shout out to Brian Ruth in the chat.
You dirty dog, you.
Not trying to catch a case tonight, brother. But, no. Not even available, Jamal Adams on the list.
Chris, give it to him till you're done with your sandwich.
Yeah. You take the mic to the camera.
Don't be mean about it.
But you look at this guy, Jamal Adams, and I agree 100%. Abe said, oh, he's cooked. This guy said, oh, he's cooked. But I expect Aaron Glenn to use him in an impressive role. Aaron Glenn loves these blitzers. Aaron Glenn loves these guys going out there that are playmakers, that are tweeners. And Jamal Adams can do a lot of different things. How many times do I have to fucking say it, Eazy? Versatility. The versatility of players. Jamal Adams brings a lot of versatility to this defense.
All right, so we put our guy Nick on the research. Did you find any Jamal Adams props?
You know, sadly I didn't on Jamal Adams, but you know what we're dealing with? It's Zadarius Smith actually favored to get a sack tonight against his former team in the Green Bay Packers at -102. How do you guys feel about Zadarius Smith getting one tonight?
Smitty, I love it. I said it earlier, he's home.
Yeah.
When I said home, I meant the NFC North. How many did he have last week against the NFC North? Dos notches.
Well, 1.5 technically. Or was it 2?
I think it was 2.
Yeah.
He's at 7 total for the season. I know that. Yes, Zadarius Smith will be getting a sack tonight.
Zadarius Smith will get a sack tonight. That's what you brought him in here to do. This is a revenge game for Zadarius Smith. You remember before he even got traded, to the Lions, he said, oh, going to the Lions, playing the Packers twice, playing the Vikings twice, that would be pretty cool. This man gets up for these kind of games. Everybody gets, fuck the Packers. Detroit gets up. Look at this bar right now. Detroit gets up for these kind of games. Ford Field is going to be out of their fucking minds. I love Zadarius Smith with the sack. I think that's a very good play. He is another guy with DJ Reader gone. You're going to see him in the middle a lot. We saw him on that interior defensive line a lot last week. He is elite and deadly when he's rushing from that interior defensive line spot. I expect Zadarius Smith to get at least a sack in this game.
The thing, too, is when you're Zadarius Smith, right, you've been in the league for a while, you got called up by a team pursuing a Super Bowl. You were the extra piece they thought they were missing. They went and picked up the phone, gave up assets to acquire you. I feel like he's bearing a responsibility to show up in these type of games. because he was grabbed for this specific reason. And I think he's at the point of his career where he wants to fulfill that too.
When we talked about Zadarius Smith and acquiring him, we talked about him almost as an afterthought. It's like a second guy that you could bring in because we were trying to go big fishing.
Yes.
Turns out we caught the big fish, fellas.
Big fish.
He is an absolute difference maker on this defensive line. You can see it already. And you know what I can't wait for? Is to see him paired up with Aiden Hutchinson next year. This is a perfect guy to pair with Hutch. Zadarius Smith has been everything and more that we could have asked for when trading for him and going up against his former team, fellas. Lock it in. He's getting one tonight.
Yeah, I put a tweet out there earlier about Detroit Lions duos, and not to get off of tonight and the present, but next year the Detroit Lions are going to have the best defensive tackle duo in the NFL, the best safety duo in the NFL, the best linebacker duo in the NFL, and the best defensive end duo in the NFL. They're going to have the... All right, tonight, fuck the Packers. Forget about that. We're going to be the best team of all time next year. But tonight, against the Packers, we got Zadarius Smith.
Yes.
What about AQM? Quadeen Muhammad. Al-Quadeen Muhammad.
Yeah.
What do you expect out of him?
So this is why the Josh Jacobs thing is so crucial, because where he's showing up for you is in the pass rush specifically.
Yeah.
So if you're able to limit Josh Jacobs from going crazy, going brazy, what's the best way to stop the third down in the NFL?
Sack the quarterback.
Stop first and second down.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you might have most success on third down. You got to dominate those first two downs.
Yeah, that makes sense. Make it third and long.
Yes. AQM, I love him. I really do. But his bright spot has been rushing the passer. If Josh Jacobs is having himself a night, AQM's not going to be as effective as he can be. So for AQM to dominate, the rest of his run defense got to dominate. Aleem McNeil, Broderick Martin, we're looking at you guys. Because I know AQM in a pass rush situation come through.
And shout out to, where is it? I-Hater in the Woodward, I-Harder in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says Muhammad equals Lisan Al-Gaid. Lisan Al-Gaid. And Bobby Clobber in the Woodward Sports Chat says, is it true Bob Seger is singing the national anthem? Is that true? Can we get some confirmation on that?
I'll get on it ASAP.
Because I will fight my way into Ford Field if we got Bob up there going, the land of the free, ooh yeah.
You know who's not singing the national anthem?
Fergie?
Yeah, no. Not Fergie.
Did he?
Or you may forget his name now, too. Final Sam's guy. Bob
Dylan.
Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Well, Bob Dylan's dead.
So he's not singing.
No confirmation on Bob Seger. It's not the first thing that popped up there, but something that popped up while I was looking at these sack odds. You saw Zadarius Smith. I want to ask you guys about the guy that has to step up without his guy in the middle, and that's Aleem McNeil. He's taking his game to another level this year. Definitely worth the money, fellas. To get a sack tonight, plus 210 without DJ Reader next to him. What do you guys think about plus 210 for Aleem McNeil?
I'm not in love with it.
I'm not in love with it either.
Only because Elton Jenkins is ranked the second best guard according to PFF in pass blocking. He has been pretty freaking good all year.
Yeah,
if he finds himself matched up with the opposite of him, odds increase, obviously, but...
Yeah, Elton Jenkins is an impressive interior offensive lineman. I don't know, because I could see like Aleem and Zadarius Smith lined up on the middle in an obvious passing down and then focusing on Zadarius Smith and Aleem breaking. Yeah, fuck it. What about, yes, Aleem McNeil's going to get a sack. We need Aleem McNeil to get a sack. We need Aleem McNeil to be Aleem McNeil against the New York Giants in this game. I need 11 pressures, whatever it was.
That's where I'm at with it.
A couple tackles for loss. Give me Aleem McNeil. I don't like the value of it, but I would bet
Should be higher.
Love is only taking 10 sacks this year.
Wow. That's actually very surprising.
Well, he hasn't played 2 games. 3 games.
That's fair.
True.
That's fair. Yeah, he's a tough guy to get a hold of. Obviously, he's mobile. He could stretch the play and whatnot.
What's going on? Is Dr. Umar in the chat right now? Why is everybody yelling at Umar?
What happened?
Yeah, Umar, relax, Umar. We're having a good time.
What do you say?
I don't know.
Oh, the blinds? He's mad about the blinds?
No. He's just yelling in the chat.
Oh. Regardless.
Yell! No, let him yell. Let everybody yell.
Aleem McNeil, I would love to have the sack, but we don't need it. Give me the pressure. Because if you go back and look at the interception he had towards Kirby Joseph, he was freaking out. He was spazzing a little bit. And we saw it against the Rams. He threw a pick 6. And we saw it against The Lions, once more, pick 6. When he's pressured, he's just trying to throw the ball and make a play instead of taking a sack. He obviously doesn't take those sacks. But let's capitalize on that.
Shout out to Brad Holmes Aura in the Woodward Sports chat. He says the vibes look immaculate in this bar.
This is the best bar.
This is the best bar.
I'm not even joking, guys. This is nothing to do with what we're paid to say. This place is an absolute freaking vibe.
Second best bar is a slap, dude. It's
the music,
great food,
the people,
great music, great atmosphere, food, water, atmosphere. You got them all here at second best, man. I'm telling you, come out. It's a great time.
Put it to you this way. Obviously, you guys hear my voice isn't like what it normally is. And I was like, I might go home after no, I'm staying.
Fuck no, you're not
I'm staying. I'm
home.
watching the goddamn game here at Second Best Bar. It's a goddamn good time.
Remember what happened the last time we stayed here and watched the game?
It was a great time.
Spenny went 9 for 9 on his bets, and the Lions blew out.
I smacked 2 of mine, 3 for 3.
Thank you, Braden.
Well, yeah, we were playing Edwards 40 hands by the end of the night.
All right, we're going to go to break. We're going to come back. Chris is...
One more.
All right, one more.
All right, real quick, fellas. People talk about Rashawn Gary in this game. He's plus 164 to get a stop. But I think this offense has to step up, and one of those guys is All-Pro Penei Sewell. You think about another All-Pro in Frank Ragnow, another All-Pro St. Brown, another All-Pro Sam Laporta. Fellas, I don't care how banged up this defense is. When this offense is rolling, no team in the NFL can beat them. That's why I believe with all of your All-Pros healthy on offense, the Detroit Lions come out, win this game, take over on offense, and it's going to be a show out from your superstars.
He's 174 to get a stop or a sack?
A sack or a stop?
Sack.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know,
if
dude. He might get one, yeah. Because we have Penei Sewell, we have Frank Ragnow. They know what? Goddamn way in hell they're going to line him up against our All-Pros. They're going to line him up against Dan Skipper.
He's going to be I would be surprised if less than 80% of Rashawn Gary's snaps.
I actually have the number from the last game.
If I was Matt LaFleur, if I was this Packers coaching staff, Rashawn Gary would be lined up on Dan Skipper every single time he's out on the field. So I love Skip, friend of the show, friend of the network, one of the most intimidating human beings I've ever seen in my entire life. Rashawn Gary is a very good player.
So here's the actual, by the numbers. Rashawn Gary aligned on the right edge on 28 of 35 snaps in Week 9 against the Detroit Lions. It's 80%.
And that was with Taylor
That's
Decker.
more than double his rate in every other game. That's the opposite of Penei Sewell.
Yeah, and that's with Taylor Decker.
That's with Taylor Decker. They're going to line him up against Dan Skipper and hope for the best.
I want to bring up my rotating tackle Penei Sewell theory, but that's people will really think I'm drunk if I bring that up for the first time. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back. Chris on the mic. And let me tell you, again, you need an ad read. Here you go. Taller long drink from New Holland Brewing Company. Legitimately the best long drink you can get in the game. It's a gin-based cocktail made with real grapefruit puree, and it's sourced here in Michigan. Support local and just have the best long drink in the game. Taller long drink, New Holland Brewing Company should be your first choice.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Main, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger over a T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a deal, relax with some hydro massage feels. Instead of in-laws in your face.
Did you hear the owl?
Get some space at any of our 2,600 locations with the PF Black Card. Just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
This is the pregame party. Look at this place. We're here at Second Best. Woodward Sports is doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state. Pregame show here at Second Best for home games, presented by Taller Long Drink and New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, and Les Stanford Automotive. They got the Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey flowing as well. Make sure you come check it out. Woodward Sports is doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state. What other proof do you need? Second Best Bar, come join us.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WorldSports.com. Spinning, Chris. Specifically, let me start with you.
Yeah.
We talked about the over-unders.
Yes.
Jameer, you went over. Jacobs, you went over.
Yeah.
Who has more rushing yards at the end of the night?
At the end of the night?
Gibbs or Josh Jacobs?
At the end of the night, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have more rushing yards than Josh Jacobs. When Jahmyr Gibbs, I don't think we've had a game. He's too young to have a revenge game. This is his first team, so he doesn't have anybody he's pissed off because of he leaked the playbook. Should he get his snaps taken back? He's going to come into this game angry. He's going to run angry. I expect Jahmyr Gibbs to break a couple of them. I'm not going to say a 75-plus yard touchdown.
Dude, the thing is, though, he can.
He can.
At any given moment,
time, dude.
He fucking can.
Yes.
Back-to-back weeks, we saw it against Minnesota. They broke that one up for 50, 60, 40, whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
The next week for 70. He's so fast, Spencer. It's insane. And to be honest with you, I've been helping out the social team. And one thing that slaps us all is nostalgia.
Yeah.
What did Detroit Lions have? Nostalgia, a guy named Barry Sanders. It looks eerily similar when they have the open space, man.
You called that last year.
We even convinced Herman more of it.
Yeah.
Barry's former teammate. He can go any moment.
Any moment. It's explosiveness. It is youth. It is rested legs. And now he has this is the first game in his career in the NFL that he's had a reason to be like, I got to go out there and show out.
Well,
I got to go out there and do something.
This is where we find out if he got that dog in him.
Yeah.
We know he's good.
We know his girlfriend's beautiful.
Yes. You go too far. But I don't know if he found out if he had that dog in him. I don't think we've ever seen him hit with any type of adversity. And to be fair, it's very early into his amazing career.
Yeah.
But that first game night, Chris, expectations for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Wait, sorry. And also, Michael Donier in the Woodward Sports chat also said, good point. No, he's pissed off about the fumble. That's true, too. He almost cost his team in the last game.
Yeah.
Chris?
I mean, look, it's dark over here, and that's going to match the atmosphere that Jahmyr Gibbs is going to play with. He's a villain. This team is villains. You know this. Brad Holmes embodies the villain mentality, and that's what these Lions are going to do here tonight, specifically Gibbs. He's the guy I'm looking at. I've been saying it all week. The offense is going to win us this game. The defense has to just hold fort. You just have to turn their touchdowns into field goals and let this Lions offense do what it's supposed to do, which is be historic, and I think Gibbs is going to be the spearhead of that.
Listen, okay. First of all, Mr. Moneybags, Mr. Two Jobs, Mr. Fancy New Apartment, get yourself a fucking Lions jersey. Why are you wearing a Pistons jersey?
I don't got one yet. You know, you see the way my bank account is set up. Like, yeah.
Is there a bet you two you guys make a jersey bet right now?
No, I mean we like all the same thing. We're Michigan State fans. We're Pistons fans.
I'll tell you what. I'd get a Brian Branch jersey. That's the jersey and I am getting it this year. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. That's on me. But I am getting a Brian Branch jersey because that's my dog.
That's fair. Easy.
Yeah.
Answer your own question.
Yeah.
Who has more rushing yards at the end of the day, Josh Jacobs or Jahmyr Gibbs?
So I hate this. I'm always gonna be honest with you guys. I think it is Josh Jacobs. Beyond the fact of us missing that front seven.
Ooh.
He's also a lone guy over there, a lone wolf. Jahmyr Gibbs is over here by himself. we talked about, is he that dog? Because this is adversity. We seen Dave Montgomery with that dog. We seen Dave Montgomery with that adversity.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, between the fumble, between the whiteboard, he might get a little more snaps. So if I'm keeping it a buck.
If I'm keeping it a buck. His coach said, well, he said he will bench him. His coach did say, yeah, we're not going to play him at all.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get the same amount of snaps as he would in any other game, and he's going to make the most out of it.
I'll say this, though. Beyond being a Lions fan, well, it's all because I'm a Lions fan. Let's be real. I need it to happen. I need it to happen simply because currently Josh Jacobs is the third leading rusher in the NFL. Jahmyr Gibbs is the fourth, only by 14 yards.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs has 58 more carries. I need Jahmyr Gibbs to take over that third spot with less carries and just throw his pick on the table and let them know.
They're truly not like us.
Not like us.
If Jahmyr Gibbs had, you said 58?
That's 2-3 games.
If Jahmyr Gibbs had 58 more carries.
He had 9 carries last week, so that's 6 more games.
If Jahmyr Gibbs had 58 more carries this season, he would lead the league in rushing yards.
I truly believe that. We talked about it. He could take that bitch for 6 at any given moment. He did it against the Green Bay Packers week 9. I think that touchdown was just under 20. It was like 16, 17.
Yeah. And Ken James in the Woodward Sports Chat with his little fucking stupid-ass Packers avatar. All he could do is laugh. That's right, because you're a joke, Ken James. Fuck the Packers, baby. It's all about Detroit. You wouldn't dare show your face at second best. Just kidding. Packers fans, you can come here. Have a good time. It's a nice bar.
Yeah, we ain't worried about you guys.
But we're going to talk shit. And we're going to talk shit. And I think we got to go back to it.
Okay.
We mentioned it earlier. In the past 20 games of this rivalry in the NFC North, it's 10-10. 10-10. The winner of this game has the bragging rights over the past 10 years.
20 years.
Well, they play twice a year.
Nobody says 10-10.
Yeah, it's 20 games.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. I'm gonna go back because I have my sheet right now. We talked Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs. Let's move to the tight end conversation. Sam Laporta, not living up to what he did his rookie year. Still there touchdown-wise. Pretty sure it's 5 on the year.
Yeah.
Tucker Kraft had himself a year too. Emerging one of the top 10 guys in the league at the tight end position. Who has more receiving yards tonight? Sam Laporta or Tucker Kraft?
Before I answer that question, I'm going to answer 2 questions in the chat. VC Productions in the Woodward Sports Chat. Is Davis playing? Yes, Carlton Davis is playing. Yes. He's healthy. He's ready to go. And then, I got an ad. Come on. All right, skip ad. Where was it? No one in the Woodward Sports Chat says, can we get a Rizzy shout-out? Fuck yeah, you get a Rizzy shout-out. Shout out to the fucking Rizzies. How do you know the Rizzies?
Is that your cousin?
That's my family. I don't know, but shout out the Rizzies. But Tucker Kraft, Sam Laporta, if you made me choose.
Gun to the head.
Gun to the head.
First down to the head.
First down to the head.
Shout out George
First down
Pickens.
to the head. Shout out George Pickens. I would go Tucker Kraft. I don't like taking Sam Laporta's yardage.
It's too many weapons.
It's too many weapons. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown who eats in the middle of the field as well. I like doing Sam Laporta touchdowns or not, but if you got to go yards, I would go Tucker Kraft, unfortunately.
Christopher, where you at?
I mean, look, this offense has shown us that throughout the years, tight ends are expendable to an extent. Like they are just a cog in the machine. And we've talked about this continuously. It's a how do you want it? How do you feel? And that's the type of offense that we run here. So for me, I would take Sam Laporta one-on-one talent-wise, but give me in this matchup Tucker Kraft. I think that a lot of attention is going to be on Reed, and I think Kraft could have not a game, but we've just seen games where Sam Laporta's out there, and we don't know he's out there until he gets in the end zone. So to me, I can't bet on Sam Laporta, but he is the one-on-one better talent. It's just about the offensive scheme, and that's all that matters. It's a dub at the end of the day. So I don't care who gets more yards. I care about who gets the dub.
Eazy, who do you got? Your own question. You're taking the Tucker Kraft over. You already said it.
Yeah.
Noted Packers fan.
Not another Packers fan. We won't do that. But, yeah, no, give me Tuck Kraft. I just simply put the way these games are built right now. I will say this. The same way you said earlier, you wouldn't touch the Sam Laporta bet. Same thing. I agree to that. Because they're missing Andrew Cooper, who is their best coverage linebacker. So Sam Laporta can have a game. He's also as well as weapons like his prone to go off at any given moment. Give me Tucker Kraft, though, simply because we are missing Anzalone, who's our best coverage linebacker. Who's our second best coverage linebacker? I go as far as to say it was Malcolm Rodriguez. And maybe him and Jack Campbell a little bit close. Maybe Jack edges him out because he's there more snaps and more consistent with it. Yeah. But we don't have that. Unless Jamal Adams is out there, every single rep, Tucker Kraft it's likely he's going to have more yards.
Fuck Tucker Kraft. Kraft mac and cheese sucks. Tucker Kraft sucks. You better worry about Kirby Chose. Yeah, Velveeta gang over here. I like that baked mac and cheese. Fuck Velveeta or Kraft.
Facts.
What is it, 34.5 for Tucker Kraft?
35.5 Tucker Kraft, and then 38.5 for Laporta. So actually, Vegas thinks Laporta has the higher odds to go beyond that.
I don't understand why Laporta's, like, what does he average per game? I actually don't know numbers. I want to look it up.
15 or some yards. It's not a lot.
I would think it's low 30s the way I've, like, he's been non-existent.
Cooper being out is big, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Edgerrin Cooper being out is big. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk some more Lions. Chris, what do we got?
Second best.
Second best.
Hey.
Second best. You can't tell me nothing. I'd rather die than to listen to you unless you're at second best bar. Make sure you look at this environment. What are you talking about? Second best is the best bar in Detroit. You want the best chicken sandwich, cheese curds, wings, whatever you want. Second best bar is the spot. Come out and join us. We're here all night.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Main, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
You know, Woodward Sports is doing Lions coverage better than anyone in the state. The pregame show is always here for home games live at Second Best Bar. It is sponsored by New Holland Brewing Company and their taller long drink, by Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Les Stanford Chevrolet, and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. If you want Lions coverage, your first choice should be Woodward Sports.
All right, Spinny. By the way, guys, welcome back to Woodward Sports. We are live for every Detroit Lions pregame. This is your first one here, and we'll always be here at Second Best Bar with doing so. Stop by. Come say what up, though.
Banger.
Enjoy Tullamore Dew with the boys.
Shout out Quentin. My homie Quentin's on the aux, actually.
Shout out Quentin.
Question, Spinny. I'm going to ask you to look into your crystal ball here.
Yes.
And tell me what happens tonight. If you want to save your prediction for the final 10 minutes, I get it. But how do the Detroit Lions get done? What's the path to victory for the Detroit Lions?
I said it earlier. I'll say it again. The path to victory for the Detroit Lions is the man whose name gets chanted. Jared Goff! Jared Goff! Jared Giants are going to win this game against those Green Bay Fudge Packers because Jared Goff's going to go out there and he's going to be 21 of 26. He is going to complete passes at one of the highest rates in the NFL,
Highest
like he's
rates.
done all year. Highest rates. I call him Jared the Giant. He goes out there and he makes plays. Goff the Great. Jared Goff is going to be the deciding factor in this game. He has been a little off his past 2 games.
Goff's
the communication hasn't been there. Lock in, dial in, fuck the Packers. Jared Goff is going to be the X factor of this game.
Is that X factor in terms of going south, then going north, or just he's carrying it?
Jared Goff, like I
south.
said. All right, actual prediction. Jared Goff, 21 of 26 for 267 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I like that. That's more reasonable than what you said earlier.
Yeah, 350 was aggressive.
353 times was a little
350
crazy.
was aggressive.
Yeah.
And there it is, QQWW, my civilian. Civilians run this city. Jared Goff is going to be a civilian, and he's going to be a champion at the end of this year. But we need him to step up tonight, and I expect him to.
Civilian. This is David in the Worst Sports Chat. You can call you civilian, he's going to bring it to you. Chris, open up that crystal ball. How did Detroit Lions get done tonight?
The Detroit Lions win this game by having the most points. To quote the late John Madden, the team with the most points usually wins.
Okay.
No, and this is going to be an offensive game, though. I expect it to be through the run game a lot, and I expect you to rely heavily on Gibbs and Montgomery. But then receiver-wise, I think it's going to be an Amon-Ra game. I really think Old Reliable is going to come through for Jared Goff, as he always does, and I think those are going to be your 3 big playmakers for this team in this game. But I think the key is really just offense, and then defensively, holding them to field goals, not touchdowns. That's simple. Let the math be the math.
I got to ask, Spitty, can they get it done without that 21 for 26, 267?
Yeah, I think they can. They can. They can get it. This Lions team has shown us they can win no matter what. Write out a script, and the Lions will sign it at the end as long as it ends in a W. They've shown us they can win in a multitude of situations. But it makes it a lot easier when your MVP quarterback goes out there and shows you why he's the MVP.
MVP.
100%.
You got him gassed up.
Got him gassed up. Hey, dude, it's what it's all
gassed
about.
Up.
What is your victory path?
The only reason why I didn't go back to me that 3rd time is I feel like I've said it. It is run the ball. I get hyping the boys up.
I think running the ball is a non-negotiable, though.
Non-negotiable.
They're going to run the ball no matter what.
And that's why the game's going to go this way. 2 games ago, Detroit Lions got the victory. How many touchdown passes did Jared Goff have? None. We don't need that 2. We don't need that 21 for 26. We don't need that 267. We don't need 2 touchdowns. We have 2 top 15 backs, and arguably 1 top 5 back, Jahmyr Gibbs. And a game where you have a backup left tackle starting for you, lean on those running backs. There's no excuse not to. Penei Sewell's weaponized in the run blocking game. He's uber athletic and can do whatever he fucking needs to. Kevin Zeitler, beyond expectations when it comes to the run game.
Yeah.
Run the football. That's nothing against Jared Goff. But you want to keep that ball in the Packers' hands. You really do, at the end of the day.
And it's easy defensively when you look at it. Defensively, you win this game if you limit Josh Jacobs. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You force Jordan Love to try to beat Brett Favre.
Yeah.
You force Jordan Love to throw that pill 40 times, 40-plus times. If you can limit, you're not going to stop him because of the injuries, because of the quality of player he is. You're not going to stop him. If you can limit Josh Jacobs and put them, like you said, what's the best way to win on 3rd down?
You stop 1st and 2nd.
Stop at 1st. You put them in 3rd and 4, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. That lets your playmakers on defense be playmakers and lets Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch prowl around back there and make something happen.
What I tell you guys about Za'Darius, if you watch regularly, what I tell you and point out about Za'Darius Smith specifically is on those 3rd down passes or 3rd down plays where they're forced to pass the football, he's on the inside. You force those situations. Give him his opportunity for this revenge game.
Yeah.
give your Detroit Lions a NASCAR package. Because beyond Zadarius Smith going on the inside, you know who pops out on the outside that situation? AQM, who's also showing you something too. Yes, stop first and second down. Jordan Love very much right now, as a player, his scale is very much in the balance right now. Like, there are expectations for him to be more than what he is. There are expectations for him to lean maybe a little bit towards great, very good. Definitely more than bad. But it's still a question.
Yeah.
Make him throw that ball and tip your scales into favor of not good. And prove me wrong, Detroit Lions. I don't want to say Jordan Love is better than Jared Goff. I don't. Prove me wrong. Take the ball from that guy's hands every single opportunity that you get and make me look like a goddamn fool. I would love nothing more than that.
I mean, look.
Sorry, real quick, Chris.
Okay.
New money, super chat in the Woodward Sports chat. He says,
new money.
J-Mo gonna have a chip on his shoulder. Remember, fucking those pussies are back out in the woodworks. Jameson Williams, his act is old. They brought it back out. He kind of gave him a reason to, but they brought it back out. Imagine Jameson Williams angry out there. Now with Antoine Randall L hitting him with the, not another fucking word. Like Jameson Williams, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder too. And it's a division fucking game. You get up for these. Fuck the Packers. Chris?
Yeah, I mean, going back to
FTP,
going back to Jordan Love conversation, I mean, Peter said it on our show yesterday. He's proud of the progression Love has made specifically with making his reads. Well, you know what? Let's make him do that. Let's make him prove that progression is actually there. And he will have to prove it because we have a lockdown secondary. So you will have to go through multiple reads to make plays against this Detroit Lions defense. And that's something that I like. I like a quarterback that has to go multiple reads because that gives them time to make that panic throw, and that makes our playmakers do what they do best, which is turn the ball over. So all that talk about his progression these last couple weeks, this hot streak, the way he's seeing reads better, show it to us tonight. Show it. Take away the run game. Show us that you actually progressed in your reads.
And Jordan Leinhart in the Woodward Sports chat, that's just how we do it, baby. That's just how we do it out here in second best. So come out and have a good time. But
sick argument, you're a fucking idiot.
Talk your shit.
How do you get that from what I said at all? At no point did I say Jared Goff was a fucking concern. At any point, anything that I fucking said.
Oh, okay.
You're a fucking dumbass.
Don't let him get you.
No. Listen, I know he's upset. I know his mom got cream pied. We had a great time with her. But we were great. We were nice to her. We gave her a great time. Don't attack us for that.
Don't let him blow your high. Because look at this. We're out at second best. What else do you need? Heavyweights in the D. Come out and join us. Sick argument. You got a problem. Stand up business. Come say it to our face. Our address is in the streets. 42 Watson, baby. You know where to come see us. Pull up.
Amen.
But the Detroit Lions are going to win this game. And we're going to get into the score predictions coming up next.
Yes,
but
sir.
First, we're going to go to break. Chris, what do we got up?
Sabbath Coffee.
Sabbath Coffee Roasters. How many times do I got to say it? Detroit, you party tonight. You get live tonight because it's Thursday Night Football. But you still got to go to work tomorrow. So wake up with Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Locally roasted specialty coffee delivered right to your door. Subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first order. Sabbath Coffee Roasters, support local, and just enjoy the best coffee in the game. Hit them up.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward Sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Main, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Where are we at? We're at second best. It's the pregame for Woodward Sports. Look at this place. Where else do you want to be in the city right now? Second best bar, Woodward Sports. It's a match made in heaven because you know Woodward Sports is doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state. And you know second best is the best bar in the city. Presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Les Stanford Chevrolet, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, and of course, second best bar.
Zadarius Smith has generated 17 pressures since his Lions debut in Week 11, recording a 20.2% pressure rate over that time. Before then, he had just generated just 26 pressures leading up to Week 9 with the Browns.
Everybody spam FTP in the chat right now.
FTP.
Drop it in the chat right now. Fuck the Packers. Fuck the Packers. Get them out of here. I am so excited for this game, and you're so right bringing up that point. I saw Zadarius Smith as a Jag. Zadarius Smith needs
crazy work.
Zadarius Smith, since he's joined the Detroit Lions, has been a top 5 edge rusher in the National Football League. It's irrefutable. The guy has been electric.
He's top 6 in sacks right now. And that's coming to Detroit without Aiden Hudson. No DJ Reader tonight, but again, Brian Martin can command double team, man.
What did I say? Eazy, what was my quote? Right after the Aiden Hutchinson injury, I said the guy who leads this team in sacks isn't on the team right now. Enters Zadarius Smith, a mercenary, a gun for hire, the man himself who kills the quarterback. We're now going to do our game day predictions, our final score predictions for Thursday night, and we're going to start with our guy Nick. Because if you're downtown, if you're tailgating, you're having a good time, Tailgate Wings is about to be on the scene. Give our guy an interview. Nick, what do you got the game looking like?
All right, fellas, this is the biggest game of the year. Shout out the heavyweights. Shout out the second best. Make sure you guys check us out 5 to 7 every day. Fellas, great teams do great things. Even when you're battered, even when you're bruised, you show up. This is a -1 seed defying game. The fellas show up. They pick up their teammates that are down right now. The Lions win this game 34-28 at home. It's going to be a party downtown tonight. If you see me, we're getting interviews for the socials all night long. Lions 34, Packers 28. Go Lions, baby. See you in there. Ford Field about to be rocking.
Eazy, who do you got?
Listen, Spinny, I hate to be this guy, but as I lay in my Packers bed, dressed in puke green and piss yellow, and I look up at my Jordan Love poster, I'm reminded that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes built this team to stop the fucking Green Bay Packers. Yeah. Don't give a fuck who you got. Fucking Aaron Rodgers, fucking Jordan Love, Detroit Lions 31, Green Bay Packers 24. Let's go Lions, more pride.
It's what the Packers.
Puke green and piss yellow.
What even is a Packer?
What is a Packer?
What is a Packer?
What is a Packer?
Are you packing meat?
There comes a time in one's life you must ask.
What is a Packer?
Packer?
Are you packing meat? Are you packing fudge? Or are you packing L's? Because the Detroit Lions, you're coming into our fucking city. You're coming in to Detroit. Ford Field. Blocks from second best. The best sports town in the fucking nation. And you're going to look at me and say you're going to win the game? I don't care if we have 18. I don't care if we have 85. I don't care if we have 153 players on the IR. Lions by 1,000. Detroit Lions win this game 31-17.
Detroit Lions, eating W's.
Let's go!
Winning the NFC, winning the NFC North, winning the fucking Super Bowl.
Let's go!
Fuck a Packer. Chris, who do you got?
I mean, listen, man, I'm going to keep it short and sweet because you know what I've been saying all week. This Lions offense is going to be what it's been, historic. So give me 34-24. I think this game is going to be high scoring, but I think ultimately this defense will do its job, get done what it needs to get done, and Detroit will take care of business in this division game. And you know what? We're at second best, and that's where the Packers will be in this division after this because they are not coming for the crown. They are not coming for the crown. They know if you shoot for the king, you best not miss, and they are going to miss tonight.
Yeah, you know, we're at second best. We're drinking New Holland Taller Long Drink. Make sure you tap. You got the best drinks. You got the best atmosphere.
Best
New
atmosphere.
Holland and second best and Woodward Sports.
Survive.
Sending the Packers back to their cheese city with their tail in between their legs. Easy. Give me your MVP of the game.
Jahmyr Gibbs, you're a clown this week. You were made fun of this week. It's time for you to prove that you fucking belong. It's time to prove that you're the third, maybe if not the second, first best rusher in the NFL. Fuck everything going to get you this week. Prove the haters wrong. Fuck them. Tell them why you need to play. Show them why you need to play. Jahmyr Gibbs, my MVP.
Chris, who do you got? MVP.
That's my MVP as well. But you know what? I'm gonna switch it up because I think the other guy that can really get it is out. Pause. That was crazy.
That was pretty
That
crazy.
was crazy.
That was
Pause.
crazy.
All pause. The second player I'm looking at is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Oh, reliable. You know when the times are tough, you know exactly who to turn to. That's going to be Amon-Ra, the sun god. They said they weren't worried about him. They said they weren't worried about him all week. Well, you know what? That's going to play to their downfall. Amon-Ra is going to have a hell of a game. I think he gets in the end zone twice this game.
Twice?
Shout out to Brian Ruth. My buddy just sent me a shot from the sideline. Barry Sanders in the house tonight. Jahmyr Gibbs, your fucking MVP.
My MVP of this game. I said it once. I said it twice.
Say it
I'll
twice.
say it 3 times. Jared Goff. Jared Goff going out there, 21 of 26, 270-plus yards, 2 tutties, dotting up this Green Bay Packers Swiss cheese-ass defense. Jared Goff is going to vault himself back into MVP consideration. Jared Goff is going to show Jordan Love why he owns this fucking division. And the Lions are going to tell the Packers, have fun in Wisconsin. You guys smell like cheese anyways. Your girls smell like cheese. Your boys smell like cheese. And you're soft like Briere. The Detroit Lions and Jared Goff win this one.
Puke green, piss yellow, fuck the Packers.
Fuck the Packers.
It's the Woodward Heavyweights live from WoodwardSports.com. Here live at Second Best Bar. Tullamore Dew, Sabbath Coffee.
Sabbath Coffee.
And Irish
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Les Stanford Chevrolet. We're going to do a quick break. We're going to come back with one more final send-off, and then we'll be right back. Chris, who do I got?
Les Stanford.
Les Stanford Chevrolet. If you need a car, there's no better decision than Les Stanford Chevrolet. I drove my Blazer down here tonight. I'm Ubering home. Les Stanford Chevrolet, make your decision, but just visit them online. They've got all the decisions you need, whether it be Cadillac, Buick, or GMC, they got you covered. LesStanford.com.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Welcome back. Woodward Sports is doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state. This is the pregame show, poppin' second best, sponsored by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Les Stanford Chevrolet, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Make sure you come out and join us. The long drinks, the Tangerine Space Machines, they're all flowing. And we're here doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I only have one thing and one thing to say to you. I'll get into my final words after this little speech. The Detroit Lions, starting from the top, looking at Sheila Fordham, and then to Brad Holmes, and then to Dan Campbell, and then it trickles down through the players and the coaches in their staff, have built this team to decimate, dominate, and control the NFC North. You want to tell me that the Green Bay Packers are going to step into Ford Field and take that away from us? Take that away from Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions? You got another fucking thing coming for you. I don't care if there's 18 players on IR. I don't care if the Packers are hot. I don't care if Jordan Love is back, because we haven't left the crown of the North. We are the reigning defending NFC North champions. We are currently the first place team in the NFL, the best team in the NFL. You can injure us, you can throw our players out of the game. It doesn't matter, we're still gonna win. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and the man who started it all, Penei motherfucking Sewell. Enjoy your cheese, because in Detroit, we make cars, and we're gonna drive our ass to the end zone a lot tonight. Fuck the Packers. Jared Goff goes off. Lions by 1,000,000. Appreciate you joining in. Smash the like button. Stay tuned. Live watch party coming from A Social. Come visit us here at Second Best. Fuck the Packers. Peace.
Fuck 'em!